Hey, welcome everybody. This is Stranded Deep, currently playing 0.52 experimental. What I'm going to do is make a video here on just basic survival. So we just came in with our raft. And we're on an island. This may be a little bigger than most starter islands, but it doesn't have anything uh, except for floating plants. Like that one. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, it doesn't have anything more than any starter island would have. So just to show you how to start getting along. These actually don't have any kind of use right yet, but they may in the future. Those particular plants, and I don't know how to pronounce that. So what I'm going to do is show you that how to get along. You just came in on your raft. You got your raft here. You may have been a struggle because they're kind of hard to navigate and stuff like that. But okay, in your storage area, and you use your default interactive, which I think is E. Mine happens to be delete or number pad. Oh yeah, delete to open. Okay, interact with. And when you start, you have 3 rations, a compass, and a bandage. Okay, and this is where we're at. Oh, there's a coconut on the beach. Okay, a lot of this stuff will randomly spawn in. I did bare minimum on this island to make it just like a starter island. You know, I mean, you'll find planks, and you will find at least 2 tarps, if not 3, on each one. You will need those. So we're going to start making a little pile here. I'm not going to yammer on. The only thing that I have on right now, and it's because I had it on before and it hasn't ran up yet, but it will shortly, was sunblock. I guess I could have waited for that, but those things are dangerous, deadly. Do not get near them. Look, if you notice, Spike's up. Step back a little bit, and Spike's gone. No, I'm cool. Arr! You know, so stay away from those. Those are your worst, one of your worst enemies, right? You know, completely. When you're first starting out, that will kill you quicker than anything else. No shark or anything else will get you quicker than that. So let's just make a pile right here. We've got our tarp. Open your inventory. I think it's tab, I believe, for default. Mine is not. Drop your rocks. Now you will need one of those, so let's pick one of those up. First thing you kind of want to make when you get to your new island is, and this is have a rock on you or look at one. As long as you can see it, you can take and either hold down the C key. It'll bring up a quick craft. That's what it says right there, quick craft. You can go there or tap the C and it'll bring you to this, and it's the first one. You need one of these. Excuse me. The reason why you need one of those is because you're going to have to start collecting. Let's see, there should be some around here. These things, young palms. We're going to need 12 fibrous leaves is what they give you to kind of get started. You know, these PP plants, by the way, there's one here. Cool. And we'll get it later. We'll leave it there for right now, but we will need it. Those are for antidotes, and it will, when you get poisoned, when you get poisoned by one of either the starfish or a lionfish or a sea snake, or even there's land snakes on some of the islands. I think there's like a rattler. You will need that really bad. So yeah, that's going to be your big thing. And actually, if you only have 1 or 2 on the island that you're currently on, my suggestion would be plant it immediately as soon as you can, because you're going to need it, because you tend to get poisoned often. So, just a little thing there. So if you see that plant, little yellow thing right there, but they grow in these little green patches, which a lot of other plants do too, but you gotta look to check and see. But yeah, that's a lifesaver right there. So we're gonna go ahead and continue collecting some of these. Not Yamaron. Okay, there's another one. That's good. Now a lot of those I think are randoms. Random spawns, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if somebody actually put them in or if it's just a random type deal. But they're usually two. Sometimes only one, but most times there's two per island. But I've seen one, or I've seen three, so it may just be a random thing. Okay, now that my boat that I got here in, because this is an island that I'm going to be working on to do these type of videos. I was kind of trying to hide it, but okay, it's there. So, but we're not going to use any of that stuff. This is the crates that are there, just my emergency stuff and everything and that, but we will not use that. We're going to act like that's not there. So, and let's see, I'm pretty sure, yeah, in my inventory, except for the compass that we got when we got here off that raft, and that you will have. We have right now 13 things that we've been collecting. Besides these little, let's step it up here, besides these there are others, which is, I see one right there. There is a plant called a yucca, and I believe that's how you pronounce it, and correct me if I'm wrong. But these are called yuccas that I know of, and they produce 6 fibrous leaves, little bundles, and you need to get those. There are usually 2 to 3 on each island normally. I've seen it where there have been less, or I've seen it where there's been up to 4 or something, but usually 2 to 3. These right here, fruit. If you pick that, it will go bad within a day or two, game time. But right now, you can just kind of leave it there. We don't need it. Our health is pretty good, so just leave it right there for right now. It does give you 2 health or 2 hunger bars and 1 thirst, I believe. And what you can do is you can plant those. Now with the PP plant over there, actually, we would want to plant that as soon as we can. I mean, really, you know, just really soon. So, but for right now, we need to just collect a few resources here. These things, there's another PP. I may have actually put a few in. I just wanted to make sure there was one for my, you know, so I could show you what it looks like and what it is, and that's going to save you. These things, though, you do need lots of, at least like 12 to 20 to even begin, you know, to get going. So, and most islands will produce between 32, 36, and 50 something of these each spawn cycle, which I believe is a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. But on this other island, it's usually enough. They usually give you enough stuff. Now, you won't see as many as these, because I wasn't sure how they spawned in, so I did put 1 or 2 extra of those, just to make sure, because I was kind of wanting to show people. But like these little green patches, you got to look at those to make sure, because sometimes those PP or pipi are not easy to see. And on every island you'll have these wrecks. You see that thing out in the water? That's a clay node, and I did put that in, and I think there's a couple others, you know, which are on every island. Usually each island has between 3 and 5 or something. But yeah, so right now, we're just collecting these, and we are going to have to collect some sticks. Gotta be sticks on this island. Sticks. We're going to need at least a couple to get started with. There we go, there's a couple. Because we're going to have to chop down a palm tree, and we need the palm fronds. Now the funny thing is that if you make an island, you can actually add loose palm fronds on the ground. But I've noticed that in every island or map that I went to, never is there a loose palm frond. So you have to chop one down. And that's just the way it goes. So let's find a place to set up a camp. I don't want to do it over there because I got all my stuff over there. I kind of want to do it. Oh, and look, actually, that's cool. This wreck, which is a total random spawn, I did not put this in, has what are called buoy balls. Those are good for rafts. But we need to get on with what we're doing here just to get some basic survival going. So let's see. We need to make, first thing I really kind of like making is a water still. And we're going to need a couple of these lashes. So you make 2 of those. I did that through the quick craft, but you can make it in tools lashings. And we'll make another one because we are going to need a few. And let's see, let's drop them by right clicking in the inventory. Got my inventory open, which I think is tab default, but could be wrong on that. But whatever your inventory is, open it up, right click on them, drops them out in a nice little neat stack. Okay, we're gonna need that. Let's see, let's take one of those lashings, grab a thing here, and look at the rock, hold down your quick crafting, which is C, and then hit stone tool, highlight it. You don't I guess you can click it. No, guess it won't work. You just highlight it like that, and there you go, you made another one. You got another one in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a crude axe. And then while we're here, let's just go ahead and we need to make another one. Hold down your C, bring up your quick menu, and let's see, let's get ourselves another lashing. Do we have a stick on us? Yes, we do. Okay. And the other tool you're going to need immediately, holding down the quick thing, and if you look over here, it's refined knife right here. You need that. Okay. So now we're good. We've got a crude axe and a refined axe, or crude axe and a refined knife, and we've got a couple of sticks and a few lashings yet. So we're doing real good. We're going to need another lashing though, because you do go through a lot of the lashings. Let's just go ahead and pick that up. And usually, like right here, you know, you can pick off the coconut, but we're going to have to cut down one of these trees, and we might as well cut down a big one because we're going to need a few things. Cut it down. It didn't come up. Oh, okay. Grab a hold of it by right clicking, mouse clicking it. These right here is one of the things we're going to need, the palm branch. So let's detach it. It's usually 5 or 6. There you go, it dropped down. And you can right click on it with your mouse and drag it around, or you can actually pick it up, put it in your inventory. They'll stack 4. Which is better, so don't break them down unless you're ready to use them. Drop it on the ground. Get our axe out, and we need to... And this right here will help us get 2 things built that we need. I believe, yes, at least 2 things built that we need. We'll pick them up. Let's see, we need to go around and pick up some more rocks, I think. Find some rockies. We need rocks. right now we have 5 rocks. I think that's good for what we need to do to get started. So we have some tools. We have an axe, we have a knife, and right now, let's see if let's do it. What don't we have? Okay, let's look under structures. Oh, the yeah, the coconut flask. Okay, so we're gonna need one of those, which we can't pick up. Let's see. Well, let us. If we okay, under consumables. It's up here on the tab under consumables, right there. Coconut flask. I'm looking at the coconut. I have a flashing on me. So if I click on this, it will allow me to make it. It'll give you that weird noise because I've got my inventory's full. But just drop it on the ground. Now let's see. Right click it, move it over next to your tarp. As you're looking at them, what was it? No. Let's see. Go to here. Crafting, and then under structures. Look down, and we have all the stuff for it. For some reason it does that. It should allow you to make it in the quick craft, but it won't sometimes. So tap your C, go to structures right here. We've got all of the stuff, and put it out somewhere. Let's see. There. Now, and actually you can see my island off in the distance. Some things that, you know, that's my island out there. So okay, so this is going. We've got the water still up now. This is, we gotta feed these with these or these if we have extra. Right now we're gonna use all 4 of these. So if you want, you can fill it with these, you know, as in holding down your interact key on the bottom of the sill area, and it'll fill it, you see, and it'll condense up here, and then you can take it out by either drinking it, holding down your interact key, looking at it, or you can put it into vessels like coconut flask or clay bottles or water skins or whatever you have. Okay, now let's go ahead and we only have 2 sticks and we're going to need a few more, so let's get this done. I think we have enough stuff to get everything started. Okay, now that it's detached that log from the other sections, I can either pick it up in your inventory like that. Takes a spot. Drop it on the ground though, because we're going to be using it, and continue to hit it, and it'll break it down into sticks. Like so. So, let's see. What do we need for a shelter? Shelter, we need a lashing, because we have the 4 palm fronds in our inventory, 3 and 4, and we have 6. We have enough to make 1 more lashing. Quick crafting. Lashing. Look at the 4 sticks. And yeah, it did it on the quick. That's that. Now, when you're starting out, it probably won't matter to you, but as you are going to other islands, you're going to want to have like a reference. So the island that you came from, use the V of your shelter pointed at that island. Gives you a reference, so you know if you stand in front of it, you go, that's where I came from. You know, so when you get to a new island, you can do that. It's a quick way to, you know, remember that's where I came from. Okay, so let's see. What time is it getting to be? 1800 already. We're going to need some water, which is going. Let's see if we can get a fire going and stuff like that. Okay, what do we have? I think we need a few more. I know it's starting to get dark. We'll go to sleep here in a minute and then we'll continue onward. Chop these up. And so far we have not eaten a single coconut or drinking a single coconut thing. And we have water starting, and we're not too hungry yet. Alright, let's put a fire. I think we're out in the water there a little bit. Tide came in or something. Okay. This raft you can move by right-clicking, kind of lifting up a little bit, and dragging it off. I think we put our shelter in the water. Oh well. Or we're gonna have a soggy thing. Okay, quick collapse, look down, you got campfire. Put that down. And let's see. I think we need another rock. We need another rock. Gotta be a rock around here somewhere. There's a rock. Alright. Okay. Now, once you got your rock, where do we set up at? Oh, right here. Okay. Once you got your 3 rocks, go over here. You can do it in the quick thing usually, right here, fire pit. Or if it's not in there, I think, yeah, it's right here. Structure, fire pit. Put it around there, bam. Okay, that's done there. Let's see, what else do we need? Smoker, right there. We need another lashing, and we only have 2 of those. That is weird. Gonna have to look at that. So, go down. Now you can use an axe, but you should use the knife. Kind of wasted the axe. Okay, so we got enough to finish the few things we need. This is not an essential to survival. This allows you to save the game, which we will, or sleep, which we're not. This is essential to survival, and it looks like it needs some. We got a few. Put one in there. That'll fill it up. Okay, did we make our lashing? Oh, jeez, I hope we have enough for our lashing. Okay, yes, lashing. Quick thing on lashing. Or lashings, or under... I think it's under tools. Yeah, lashings, right there. So, made our lashing. Got our 3 sticks. Now here, this is a little point here, is that, on the things, you can make this thing, a Spire spit, and that'll allow you to spit 1 piece of meat on it, and you can put 1 piece of meat on the regular fire by spitting it over, so that'll give you 2, but they have to be eaten relatively quickly, within a day or game time, so that's like 20 minutes, they have to be eaten. Where this takes the same resources, the smoker, and you can put 5 pieces of meat and smoke them and preserve them so they'll last until you eat them, you know, indefinitely as far as I know. And you can spit 1 down on the fire pit below to eat immediately if you need to. So to me, for the same amount of resources, this is the way to go. So what we'll do is, while we're here, is we'll go ahead and put it up, and you can rotate this by Q or E. Usually if you can't see through it like that, then it's facing the wrong way. Look at it. You can see where the rope is up there, and it's facing us. Oh, yeah, bam. Done. Okay. Now, let's see, what do we have left? Okay. These are the 3 basic things you need. Period. You need the smoker. You need the water still, which is your first thing you need. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, see, we're getting low on the water, a little bit on the food, but we'll take care of that. And then, that's not survival, it's just something you need. So, 2 things actually, smoker and water still. is the only thing you really need to survive. That's for saving games. So let's see, hold your interact key down. Let's get some water. Let's see, do we have any of those? No, we don't. We don't really need this right now. Let's drop that. How many do we have of those? 2 more. Okay. And with that in our hand, we're gonna quick craft a fishing spear. Next thing you're gonna need. You can do it with a crude spear, you can do it with a refined spear, but right off the bat just grab a fishing spear. They're a lot easier. Now, right now it's a little dark, we can't really... 2300, what is that, about 11 o'clock? So I guess if we go to sleep right now, we're not too bad off. A little low on some food, but we'll take care of that in the morning. But we got the basics, you know. And I'll show you how to cook with this. Hopefully we've got enough time. But, you know, when you... I'll show you. Because the one other thing we're going to need, which we can make out of this here, these 3 sticks, is kindling. Quick crafting to hold down the C to get to it, or tap the C, and it's under tools and kindling. It only takes 2 sticks. Okay, and put that in the inventory, which we'll go ahead and drop. We don't need it right this minute. So now we can start the fire. We can do that. Like I said before, I prefer to burn those tops instead of logs for the fire. But we'll keep this over there for demonstration to show you, unless I got one down. So let's go to sleep, and we'll wake up in the morning, save, and sleep. I hope I'm not going too fast on some of this stuff and explaining it, you know. The water collector needs to be refilled down here with the fibrous or the pond fronds. I guess I could show you how that works. Let's see, I'll just cut one down. Prawns and the water still, it takes 4 to fill it. Look, it's stuck on that thing. It takes 4 to fill it. Yeah, I think if we hit this 5 or 6 times, it'll come off of there. But it's either one, too. These don't fill it any more or any less than the other little fibrous leaves. Now we'll take... Oh, that's my thing telling me that... Oh, we're getting to be about 30 minutes. I want to try to keep these to about 30 minutes. It's easier for me to upload them and stuff. But you see, you hold your interact key with it in your hand, whatever you're going to put in there. Now we're putting in some palm fronds, but you don't really need to. Let's put these over here, because I know we did not collect all of the fibrous stuff from the other day. You can use your refined knife for that. That's really weird. I'm gonna have to look into that. But you know, okay, here's a yucca, and you can, like I said, you're gonna have about 2 to 3 of these on each island, usually. You know, and then a number of these things. So you'll look around and you'll find them. Only takes 1 hit with the refined knife. And what you should try to do is just go around and collect them all the first day. You know, I'm trying to do a video here, and it's hard to do that and explain things, but it just doesn't, time-wise, doesn't work out. You'll have more time, I think, when you get in. But there's nothing to get excited about. You know, as far as like, even though our stats, hunger and thirst stats are a little low, they will be going up quickly. Let's see, we got about 10 of those. That's good enough to start with. Keep us busy. So, the three fuels though are the palm fronds, the fibrous leaves, or wood. Now, wood is your these are all finite resources. These palm fronds are only so many of them on tops of these trees. One thing that is renewable are these things. You can actually add these to wood, this, or make lashing out of. Let's see, so we can add that. We just added palm fronds before. You can add these. You know, same with this. If it needed it, I could add it to it, but it doesn't. So let's just put a couple of these down here for later on. Now, one thing this video is gonna go a little over, because what I want to do is show you how to start getting. Let's drop these over here by this. Oh, I got them all. We'll keep that on there. Okay, so fishing. Yeah, remember, stay away from those things. Those are not your friend. Crabs you can get. You can left click them, highlight them with your little dot there, and then left click, it'll stab them. Left click again when you're not having anything else targeted. We'll take it off. And you can go around, like in the shallows right off the bat, you can turn around and, you know, right here, and you don't have to, you can't get those guys, target little clownfish, you can't. Keep an eye on your breath. But right here, you can pretty much hunt these right in these shallows, these little fish, just to get started with relative safety, you know, unless there's one of those starfish or some. Ooh, there's a shark. There's a shark. That's a shark. You see that? That's a nasty shark. There's other sharks in here that are skinnier, and they're reef sharks, and they don't pose a danger. Those do. Those are tiger sharks. They will come after you and eat you if they can. There's also some things in here I'm trying to look for. I don't see. Yeah, look at him. He's like, I want you. I'm going to eat you. So anyhow, let's let him be to his thing. And there's sea snakes out there. I don't think I saw any. But let's just, so I can show you how to start cooking things. There's a crab you can get along the shore usually. And then there's these little fish that you can get just offshore, usually, or in the shallows actually. You need to take your refined knife and target them, and use your interact key, E or whatever you have it set to. That'll give you one piece of meat, small piece of meat. And they all do, these smaller fish, or even it says medium fish, will still give you one small piece of meat. The others, like a cod, which you'll get in deeper water, gives you 2 medium meats, and a shark, like that one we saw, if you can, when you get it, they'll give you 3 large pieces of meat. And obviously one small will give you, okay, there's 5 actually pieces. That's perfect. Okay, what you need to do is equip it. Do not hit your mouse button on this, because it'll make him eat it and it'll make him sick. Use your interact key, E usually, whatever your default is. Put it on there. Now you see him spit it up there. Grab your kindling, highlight your fire down below, and use your interact key. It'll click this up. Then repeatedly hit your mouse button until it starts. Like so. Okay, and you can drop that. which is usually Q, I think it is, default. If you have it in your hand and you hit Q, you'll drop whatever's in your hand. Now as this burns, you can add sticks by equipping them in your hand, and then using your interact. I won't do it now because it'll just waste it. Or the same with the pom-pom, have it in your hand, hit your interact on the campfire, it'll add it. Or even these. You can do either. You know, so you have a little range of what you need to do. And then what we're going to do is, I know it's going to, this video is going to run a little long, but we're going to wait until these are done. Because right now they're smoking, or they're cooking. First they're going to cook, then they're going to smoke. It's a two-stage thing, so it takes a little time. Let's see. Yep, we're getting ready to die here, so. No. Let's see. Let's drink our water. That was a full 4. We are 2 down on that. We're going to be getting close. Now what you can do, and I'll show you. Yeah, he's getting hungry. Yeah, dang it. And those aren't going to cook in time. Alright, wait and eat one. You know, well, here you go. This is what you can do. Because I think his health is going to start suffering if we don't do something. Oh, it's good. Good. Oh, perfect timing. Okay, so we'll take 1 or 2 of these off. By using your interact keys, you highlight it, and these are cooked. Now, if you have any raw meat in your pack, before you take it off of there, drop the raw meat on the, now this isn't raw, this is cooked. If you have anything, drop it on the ground first, because it'll stack it with it, and it'll mess it up. And then you might end up eating raw meat and make yourself sick. Okay, let's stop talking and get some food in him. Okay, that gave us 2, so he's out of immediate danger. These are going to continue to cook. That first little ding was telling me these are cooked. These are going to cook a little longer, and it will be smoked then. Yeah, it needs to cool down. It's the hotter time of the year. I've survived 123 days. It's July 15th. But yeah. So, like I say, it'll... Ooh, that little sharky don't want to go away, does he? Okay, let's grab a few of these. Like I said, even though that guy's out there messing around, we can usually get some food in the shallow areas without too much danger. Because he won't come into these shallows. He'll stay out there. Normally. Sometimes you have land sharks. Alright, let's get up here and let's get these cooking. Now you can put them up there, but when you're taking them down and stuff, you really got to kind of be careful that you don't get the wrong one. Just pay attention. Interact with it with your knife. Equipped.
Oh, gross.
That'll give you the meat. And he's gross. Oh, it's so gross. And I think I have more than I can put on, so this is what I really want to kind of show you. See, that's actually smoked. So what you can do is, what I would normally do is put those 2 on there, put 1 down here. See, interacted with it in your hand. If you have nothing in your hand, you'll put the fire out. If you have a piece of meat in your hand, it'll put it over the fire and cook it. Now this, that's still in your hand, drop off to the side. Make sure you don't have any in your inventory. And you can take, now see that's still cooking, this is smoked. Take that one off, take that one off, take that one off. Now you can either eat this, store it, if you have somewhere to store it. Let's see, do we have somewhere to store it? Not particularly. Well, let's take the compass out of there. And then what you can do is store that in there for right now. And that's completely cooked, smoked, and it will last indefinitely until you eat it. This is cooking. What's our situation looking like? Yeah, we gotta get some more water and stuff. Drinking that. It'll continue to go. We're not too bad. That's one we still have to cook. But there is two stages to this smoker. This will first cook, then smoke. You want to wait until it actually says smoke. If it just cooked, it will spoil. But I think that's really kind of the basics. We're surviving right now. I know it's kind of a rough start to begin with, but like that says cooked. This will only say cooked. It will never go smoked. And I think if you put it up there, it will never smoke. So you can just take this off. That's for eating immediately. And the problem, I think, is that, yeah, it's the hotter time of year. Usually when you first come into the game, it's not this hard time of the year. So what I'm going to do is eat these for now. I'm not even waiting for them to smoke, but if you wanted to preserve it like I did over there, you need to wait till it's smoked. But you can cook it immediately. I'm going to put that out so it doesn't waste it. We're only a couple bars down on either. And you can run around the island and pick up crabs and stuff. You know, even this time of night, there are usually crabs around the shore. You can go pick up. Drink some water. See, we're only 1 down, 2 down on the food and stuff. That's not too bad. That would have been like, what, I think about a day and a half. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. But these are your basics. This is what you need. That and that. That, first thing off, really. And that. And stay away from the poisonous things. It's a black and white poisonous snake. The starfish. There's a sea urchin, which is really hard to describe, so hopefully I'll be able to see it in other episodes. But I think that's really it, just to start with. And we have not used one coconut to eat or drink, and we haven't used our emergency rations and stuff, so we're doing good. We're well on our way. Because, you know, you can continue to make food, you can, you know, go gather the stuff. Now that you've made this, you don't have to waste the, you know, the fibrous leaves on making lashing. You can feed your water stove right now. And it's like your first day is the hardest. You got to get all this stuff made. So, anyway, it's getting dark. I'll go ahead and end it there. I hope this helps somebody, so take care. I'll see you next time.